What up, guys, and welcome to the Overkill Underground. What's going on, Lance?
Hey, a lot of good things. What's happening, Charlie?
Not much, man. What's going on, Robert?
Everything's great, thank you. How are you
Beautiful
doing?
thing. Good, man. Good.
Great to be here.
So we made it through the first episode, season 31 on Survivor. It was a good episode. I did enjoy it.
Oh, thoroughly. It was a great episode.
It had pretty good climactic things going on. Kept you on the edge of your seat. I liked the girl that found the idol
Oh my gosh.
during the challenge. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Wentworth. That was brilliant.
She
That was a brilliant move.
Well, her timing was perfect.
It was.
That was really what.
And I don't think anybody saw her catch that idol. If they did, they're not talking to him yet.
And if they did, they probably came from the other team. I'm thinking.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. Well,
somebody had to have been hanging back. They're gonna bring it out later that somebody saw. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't
not.
think anybody saw her. She
But-
was pretty sly. She did it fairly quick.
And she did it. If they timed it accurately for us as the audience, then she did pick it at the perfect time, right when that
And
all eyes on the challenge, getting the ring off that hook.
And that's another brilliant move by Mark Burnett, Jeff Probst, and everybody that bring us Survivor to have a clue. Opposed to finding an immunity idol, she found a clue that told her where the idol was, and the idol happened to be at the challenge. So she had to have the audacity and the guts to reach under and pull out this hidden immunity idol
Without a doubt.
in front of everybody. That's it. That was a brilliant brilliant move by the people at
You're
Survivor.
you're an instant target.
Oh yeah,
And the other person, Fishbach, everybody's good old Fishbach. He's out looking for the idol. They just said it like, oh yeah, no big deal. Like we know exactly what he. And then he's like, yeah, they probably think I'm looking for the idol. And then he's like walking back. He's like, oh well, like yep, like that's his game though. Like
that's all he can do.
he might string along
Well,
just
I'll tell you
because
what.
of that fact.
I'll tell you what. We have two tribes. We got the Takeo tribe and we got the Bayon tribe. The Bayon tribe it's a strong tribe. So I think we're going to get most of our entertainment from the
Now the Takeo tribe, are they the older tribe?
they might be older. I believe they are older. They have
But the
Wigglesworth.
Bayon tribe is definitely a stronger tribe.
Bayon is very strong. They have Joe.
Well, yeah.
You got Joe on your team. You're a strong tribe.
Isn't that true? Yeah, and did you see the what I thought was, I forget what they hashtagged it with, but I just thought it was funny. They threw up a hashtag with it was like Joe Yoga or something during
Joga.
his
Joga. Joga.
Oh, good God. That was rich.
funny.
That was rich. Joga. And then they did they got to be with the Twitter times, so. But
Right.
it was funny. I thoroughly enjoyed the Joga Twitter
Yeah.
hashtag. That was fun.
Now looking, a little further in depth look on that tribe. They have 5 guys, 5 girls.
Did they start both teams out 5 guys, 5 girls?
yeah.
I mean, they had to,
They got
right?
10 guys, 10 girls.
Right,
out,
right.
So they
Yeah.
split them up equally, just so you're not going to get any gender dominance.
Yeah, I mean they're keeping it fair.
Keeping
Of
it fair.
course. Yeah.
The fact that Vitas was voted off is a little bit of a surprise to me because it makes that team weaker.
Well, and we talked about that.
We did.
We said exactly that thing.
We did. It does make
At a
them weaker.
strategic point, they really did make a mistake. I think so.
Big mistake because it hurts you when it comes to challenges, and the other team keeps getting immunity over you. You're going to be in some,
And what they do.
Well, it was kind of a knee-jerk reaction. I mean, they didn't have a chance to go back to camp after the challenge.
Yeah.
They had to go right to tribal council,
And
which is something again
And that's true.
unprecedented in Survivor to do something like that.
And with Vitas, they lost a pretty powerful challenger.
He was.
They will probably.
His problem was.
Will the other team have an advantage over because of Vitas being gone? Like, maybe not, but if they keep getting rid of their strong players, that will be a mistake. But it's not. The thing about that, though, in the end, it's not going to matter because just like they always do, it'll get down to where one of the tribes either just starts losing too many people, they start getting slayed, to where they're just going to mix it up again anyhow.
Yeah, they'll mix it up in about 4 weeks.
I beg to differ to say it doesn't matter because it changes the strategy and it changes what happens as you go along.
That's true. I mean, it's going to make a change. It will impact the game. It will.
Yeah.
At the same time, when the other tribe loses its weakest players, which could be, I mean, you never know how the game is going to be played from the other tribe. So but at some point in time, they're going to mix it back up, and the alliances that were made on one tribe to the next, they're going to get switched up again because people. Sure. That's just how they do it.
That's how they do it. That's how the game's played.
It is.
Now, Vitas getting voted off. I wasn't that surprised, and a lot of it has to do with editing. I mean, every time they showed him, he had his hands on a different girl.
That's true.
And Shirin,
it's like they gave it away to you.
Yeah, all you had to do was, upset one girl on that tribe, which was Shirin, and she thought, wow, this guy is kind of creepy. And, that was pretty much all she wrote. I mean, to keep somebody like Abby around is, man, she really must have thought he was creepy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then, Abby, she's going to be worthless.
She is worthless, but that's somebody you want to. I mean, if you can tolerate her, you want to bring her along because
she'll be the center of attention. Right. She'll keep all eyes off of you,
right?
Without a doubt.
And she's somebody that she ain't gonna get too many votes at the end. Of course,
she'll never make it to the end.
She won't make it to the
end. Her attitude is too rotten to make it to the end.
Yeah, you can't handle somebody like that very long.
Well, they'll vote her off when they finally get sick of all her shenanigans and whining. At some point, the guys will.
The next fight,
the guys and the girls.
Next fight she gets into with somebody.
It's gonna be next week's episode. I mean, she's already.
It is too. Yeah, the previews.
The preview showed she's not too happy that 4 people voted for her.
Yeah,
she's pretty upset.
Yeah, she is.
So she's attacking Peggy and
it's
she's gonna be all over Wu too. Talk about Wu. Somebody in the dark. I mean, deer in the headlights. He just looked clueless at that tribal.
He really did. He really did look like he had no clue what was going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Which, for him, that's big trouble because he's already he has. I guess you could look at it 2 ways. He's either got to look at it as, hey, I need to pick one of these tribes. I need to find out who was voting how.
Right.
Or he's in trouble because they've already kind of outed him.
Yeah. So
there could be 2 different scenarios on how that'll actually end up.
Well, he's not in with the Terry Spencer combo. Terry really likes Spencer, and Spencer's gonna. Spencer says he's out just for himself, but he's going to bond with somebody, and he's going to bond with Terry. That's
he's going to
sure.
have to. Well, yeah.
And watch out, Jeff, the other older gentleman from I believe Jeff was from season 2. Jeff is.
Yeah, the old time.
He is going to be a player.
He is going to get. He's going to get ridiculous because he already.
Well, he said he would.
he said he would, and after Shirin's talk, he was taken by surprise when she just started rambling on about how, hey, I see this person doing this, I see this person doing that. These people are teaming, and he's like, whoa, wait a second. He's like, this is only day 2, or it might have been the beginning of day 3. He's like, we're still setting up camp, and this game has changed, and I'm not used to this. And then it's like, so he understands now, like, it's time to play, like. And he even said, he's like, I feel like a little kid, like, it's your coattails, running around like he had.
Fish out of water.
Yeah.
A fish buck out of water.
Yeah. And I mean, he's going to turn on the game. He's going to start to play it, and hopefully he plays it smart. I'd like to see him do well, just to see what kind of plot and schemes he can come up with. But I'll tell you what, if he starts getting too rambunctious with his own, he might just get carried away. You know,
He might.
I mean, it's not too uncommon to see people start to feel like they're in control of the game and be gone because everybody knew it. Everybody knew what was going on.
Right.
They talked too much, but it'll be interesting to watch and see for sure.
Yeah. Well, the two Kellys, Kelly Wigglesworth and Kelly Wentworth, who found the idol. I think both of those
Wigglesworth is the one that lost the challenge, right?
She's the one that lost it.
Yeah.
She took it on. She's taking it all on her shoulders.
She started crying.
Yeah, it wasn't her fault. But hey, if she wants to,
It was her fault, though. They had the lead.
uh,
She couldn't build the stick fast enough.
okay, she's going
she's-
against Joe. Joe is gonna
And that
be
is true. Like
amazing.
he's not just an amazing physical player. He's a mental player.
Oh yeah, Joe is an all around great survivor.
Mental, socially, mental. I mean, you got to know. You got to be. You can't just go into a challenge like that and build a stick to go reaching for keys and be stupid.
Right.
You know?
I
I
think-
mean, not that it takes a genius, but you do need to use your head because you're talking about seconds.
Right.
It boils down to seconds.
I think Andrew's daughters said it perfectly. He's perfect.
Yeah.
That was a
And
fun.
then the other daughter, yes, he is.
Totally.
That
I-
was funny.
I think in that challenge there at the end when they were both making the sticks, he had a good physical advantage over her, being stronger
And longer.
and being able to.
Yeah,
Let's
being
face it.
able to
He's a
do it
little
quicker.
longer.
he definitely had some better reach. I'm sure. Yeah.
I think that they should have. They should have maybe had somebody else. The other team maybe should have had one of the guys try to.
And that would have made more sense. It
Build
would
up.
have. But I mean, it is what it is. She went
It
through the
is.
challenge, and
Yeah.
she really did technically lose it for that team. I mean,
She
they
did.
were ahead.
Hey,
What's his name was dropping the ball when he dropped the torch in the water.
right.
So
Hey, if Vitas grabs the stick making, maybe he's still on the tribe. if he tries to build the stick,
yeah. Well,
he didn't.
he's gone now. So
He is, and he took his yoga with him. So predictions of this week, I think Takeo is going to lose another tribal or lose another immunity challenge and go to tribal.
I'm on with that prediction.
I think it's going to be Abby. I think it's going to be pretty cut and dry in week 2, but you never know. Survivor always has a way to throw a little twist at you.
It really does. It really does. Yeah, I would assume Abby, if anybody, just because her. Although, like you said, it's so hard to say. It really is. It's hard to say, but I could see her being the next one out for sure.
I'm going to predict that there's going to be a surprise winner of the challenge. I think
That's true.
KO
challenge.
side
The
You think
challenge.
Takeo's going to win?
is going to win the next challenge.
The challenge can always be. That's true.
They can make a challenge that's more tilted towards maybe not so much towards strength, maybe towards brains, maybe
they do.
towards
Yeah.
and the other tribe's gonna win the challenge,
They might. But
and the band is gonna vote somebody off, and I'm gonna predict that Cass will be the
Oh.
next person to leave.
Yeah.
Cass already. Holy
Yeah.
mackerel. I would say if anybody, you might
Cass.
be right on
She's
that
a
Cass. It's
she's
either
a strong player too.
Cass is strong. It would be a good idea to get rid of Cass.
Yeah, and they
Um,
all kind of know it.
Yeah, Cass and Fishbach is
Fishbach.
He's not a
they'll
threat.
hang
know,
on to him.
you
They'll
know,
hang
that-
on to him.
He's not a threat. So
You got to hang on to somebody like Fishbach.
I that is a good prediction, Bob. I would hate to see Cass go though.
I absolutely agree. I think all those predictions have some good ground to stand on. We will find out.
They don't want it to look like a runaway too early. So I'm not saying it's going to be rigged, or I would never say
they
that.
don't rig them.
What I'm saying is that they're going to have a challenge that the Kikio tribe is going
And
to
they
win.
often do. They
Well,
often do.
Again, like I said, after 4 weeks, if one tribe's dominating, they'll switch it up and change the teams around. So there's never really a way to like dominate too much, but we'll see what
Right.
happens. We'll see.
So next Wednesday,
Next Wednesday,
we
8
will
o'clock.
find out.
But you don't want to have to change it too often. You want the people to be able to watch it at the beginning and watch it all the way through, and it all tie together. If you're changing every 4 or 5 weeks, if you're changing tribes and changing other things too much, you lose the togetherness of the whole season, and you don't want to do that.
Well, they
do keep it together a little bit,
They do.
but
They've been
they
doing it-
will
They've
put
been doing it for a little bit of time now. It's
Yeah,
31 seasons. I think they know what they're
31
doing.
seasons deep, and it'll be exciting to find out what happens on this next episode here. I can't wait.
I'm excited for it.
The predictions we have are pretty good. So we'll see what happens. Thank you guys again for joining us here at the Overkill Underground,
Hey, thanks for having us.
and
Thanks for having us.
join us again next week here. We
Will do.
will we'll be talking again.
All right.
More Survivor, more predictions, more highlights. We will see you guys then.
I like that. That worked out good.
Well, see,